After a tumultuous year, many Idaho students are now back in the classroom.
Yeah, this morning, our Jake Garcia looks into the return of that in-person learning and the lasting impact the pandemic could have on education. That's in today's Rebound Report.
Returning to in-person learning full-time has been a hot topic for months as officials discuss plans to make sure it was safe. I spoke with Boise, West Ada, and Nampa school districts about each of their plans to return to the classroom.
For the most part, we're just hearing that they're excited to have the kids back. Things are going well. Kids are following the rules. And so, we know that teaching remotely and in the hybrid model has its own set of difficulties. And I think just getting back to normal teaching, just normal classroom, everyone in the classroom at the same time has been kind of a relief for them.
We're excited to have our students back. Our staff is excited to be back as well. And so we understand that the most effective means by which our students can receive education is in person, face to face.
But it's not only about what goes on inside the classroom.
That the key is to make sure we don't bring the virus into the schools. So it's important not only to follow the COVID-19 protocols when you're in school, but also just as important outside to make sure you're following those protocols as well.
COVID has impacted all of our lives, and those working in education are no exception.
I think the biggest way it's probably changed for us is I think we're going to have to always continually look at illness in a way and just making sure that we have the staff available to teach. I think that's something we'll want to continue to watch and how that reflects in the community. That often reflects us in our schools as well. The second one is to really look at, we've always done this before, but looking at our students' achievement and where they're at. I think we're going to want to have a little bit more specific focus on trying to close any learning gaps that may be there from the pandemic.
One positive change the pandemic has caused, some lower dropout rates.
Typically in a normal year, we do have anywhere from about 60 to 80, sometimes more kids that from one semester to another semester that don't enroll or that may not finish. We did not see that this year, which is really surprising. We expected to see what we call our January kind of drop, and that really didn't occur.
As for the state of public education locally,
I think the state of education in the Boise School District is strong, and it is strong because we have the support of our community and our staff members, and we are not taking that for granted by any means. We continue to engage our community and make sure that their voices are being heard as we make decisions, and the board is committed to that as well. And now the focus now is with the good news about the vaccine being available for 16 and older to make sure that we have that information readily available for our families. And so we've been communicating about that and getting the information out.
I think we're optimistic, I guess is probably the best term that we're looking at right now. We are starting to plan for next year. We're starting to plan a little bit for the summer and some of the summer schools, starting to look at what next year could be and starting to kind of move out of the constant COVID day-to-day management things that we've done and looking ahead of our future instructional goals that we want to do.
I think we feel like we're all on a positive path right now. Getting our upper grades back has been a big step, and I think we're just all hoping that we can continue that into next school year.
Jake Garcia, Idaho News 6.
And all three school districts say they'll continue to monitor the pandemic for the rest of the school year and over the summer, but no decisions have been made about how things are going to look this fall. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky said earlier this week she expects all students to be back in person in September as Pfizer and Moderna continue testing those vaccines on children under the age of 16.